Hey, if you follow me on Instagram, you might have noticed that lately I've been shooting my Staccato P from STI International quite a bit lately. In fact, I've been shooting it more than any other gun I own. I've been shooting it more than my carry gun, been shooting it more than my Berettas. I've been shooting it a lot. And a lot of people, since they've seen me shoot it so much, have said, are you going to do a full review on it? You seem to be liking it, so are you going to let us know what you think? Well, today I thought I would take some time to let you know what I think, to do a little bit of a full review on this gun. But first, I want to say how surprised I am that I actually really like this gun. I remember when I was first told to go look at the STIs during SHOT Show a couple of years ago, and I went over and looked at it, and I wasn't that impressed. Okay, Armed and Feminine, and I do not think that is her real name, told me that I had to come over here and check out this DVC carry gun. She said it is her new favorite. So I thought I'd come over and check it out, and it must be a CHIC thing. I mean, it's an awesome gun. That trigger is amazing, as she said. But it's just not for me. But I mean, it is nice, but it's not for me. Like I said, I guess it's a CHIC thing. You know how they like their big black guns. Which you would think that I'd like it too. But no, just not for me. But it is impressive, so I'm glad I did come over and take a look at it. As you can see, I said, maybe it's a CHIC thing. So, is it a CHIC thing, or is this just a really good gun? Or maybe I'm a CHIC. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I'm a CHIC. I'm pretty sure I'm a man. Well, reasonably sure. I have a penis, if memory serves me correctly. So, I'm pretty sure I'm not a CHIC. But we will see. Was I right? Is it a CHIC thing? Or is this just a great all-around gun? Now, for those of you not familiar with what a 2011 is, let's go over the gun a little bit here. A 2011 is basically a double stack 1911. This one happens to be in 9mm. Now, this one is not stock. I have added some things to it here, like the light here in the front and the red dot sight, but everything else is pretty much stock, except I did change the grip module. That's not much of a change. I just changed it for the texture, and I'll talk about that in a few minutes. Now, as far as the features the gun does come with from the factory it is cut for a red dot sight. There's a plate here that you replace with the red dot if you're putting a red dot on there. The plate itself has a rear sight on it, which is suppressor height, and it does come with a suppressor height front fiber optic sight. As I said, this is a 9mm version, and I know in the past I've said if you have a 9mm 1911, you probably have a vagina, but this is not 1911, it's a 2011, which means it has a lot more rounds. This has 17 plus 1 rounds, and you know, when you get into those multiple 9mm rounds, you know, sometimes, 20 rounds of 9 will beat 10 rounds of 10, so it's not so clear cut that I have a vagina with this model. It's likely, or maybe possible, but not as clear cut. So it comes, like I said, with the 17 round magazine here, and it also comes with a 20 round mag, and the 20 round mag has the +1 base plate on it. So I'm thinking that if I take this base plate and put it on the other mag, it'll be an 18 +1. So I might do that. But those are the mags it comes with. It also comes with an oversized mag well to make reloads quick and easy. It comes with an accessory rail, obviously, since I do have my light here on the front of it. It has both a skeletonized hammer and trigger. It has an oversized mag release for people who want to be able to do quick mag changes even if you've got gloves on. It comes stock with an ambi safety, and it utilizes a bull barrel design with a full-length guide rod, meaning there is no barrel bushing. Now, these are all features of the gun, but the one major feature of the gun that makes it different is that the gun is also part polymer. The receiver and the slide are both steel. But the grip frame here, the entire grip frame, and the trigger guard are polymer. This grip module right here is one individual piece that comes off. It just goes in with screws here and at the front of the trigger guard, and everything else is polymer. There's no frame in here or anything. It's just a polymer grip module. Now, that polymer grip module has some good things and some bad things about it. And I'll talk about those here in a moment while I'm doing the full review. But that gives you a look at the gun itself and makes you familiar with the features of the gun. So let's talk about how well it does at the range. At the range, this gun performs flawlessly. I'm going to have to say it's 100% reliable. Haven't had a single problem with it with any ammo, and I have put multiple hundreds of rounds through it so far, if not more. So it is very reliable in my opinion, and it is a very nice shooter. It's not the softest shooter in the world, but for what it is, it shoots very nicely. The large grip makes it really easy to hold on to, and that really nice short traveling light trigger, which comes in at about 3¼ pounds, is really nice. It really adds up to an easy shooting package. When shooting at a 10-inch plate from 15 yards away, I'm easily able to hit it. And that's without the red dot sight. That's just shooting on your own using the targets. With the red dot sight, it's not only easy to hit it, it's hard to miss it. So it's a pretty accurate gun because I'm not the best sight in the world and don't have the best vision. So if I can hit that target easily, anyone can hit that target easily. Overall, as far as performance is concerned, it's a phenomenal gun. I really love it. But it's not all glowing comments here. There are a few things I didn't like about this gun, and there's a few things that other people might not like about this gun, or at least one thing people might not like about this gun. So let's go over that right now. The first thing I didn't like is I did not like the grip frame that came on this gun. The grip module that came on this gun, didn't like it. It's got an odd texture on it. I just didn't care for it. It's not very grippy. I don't know why they did that stippling job. I don't know if it was to make it less grippy, because it is less grippy than the standard grip frame. So I'm not sure why they did it. And it looks horrible. It looks like someone took a blowtorch to it and then just drug a popsicle stick across it multiple times. But like I said, that's easily changed. I changed it out. You can change it out if you want to, or you might like the old one it came with. Either way, something that's not too big of a problem. Now, speaking of the polymer grip frame though, regardless of what texture you have on it or what color it is, there are some pluses and minuses to having the polymer grip module. The biggest plus is that it's light. Even though this is a double stack gun, it's lighter than most 1911s that are similarly sized. When you look at the weight of my Dan Wesson CCO here, which is a commander size slide and an officer size frame, so smaller than a standard 1911, you're looking at just under 2 pounds, 7 ounces. When you look at the STI, which has a much larger grip frame and holds twice as many rounds and has accessories on it, you're looking at almost exactly the same. In fact, I think that is exactly the same, just under 2 pounds, 7 ounces. That's definitely an advantage of the polymer frame. Now, the negative thing about the polymer grip module here is also that it's light. Because it's so light, this gun is a little bit top heavy. This gun is made for duty. This is not a gun made for competition. This is not a gun made for target shooting. This gun is meant for business. Therefore, it's a little bit beefy because it has to be able to handle really hot rounds. So since it's a little bit beefy up top and it's got that lightweight polymer frame, it makes it a little top heavy. There's a tiny bit more muzzle rise than you would have in a comparable all steel gun like a SIG P229. But when you weigh that pro and con against each other, the weight of the gun and having a little bit extra muzzle rise, I will tell you it's a great trade-off because this gun is meant to be carried every day, all the time, at work, or even as a self-defense gun. So that extra light frame really makes it much more of a pleasure to carry. Like I showed you, even with all the accessories on it, it's lighter than most 1911s. So when you're carrying it, which is going to be 99% of the time, when you're actually just carrying it, not shooting it, that extra lightness of the gun, I guess you would say, makes it a pleasure to carry. But when you shoot it, that little bit of extra muzzle flip isn't anything that's not controllable. It's actually still very easy to control. So like I said, that's a really good trade-off in my opinion. I would rather have the lighter gun that has a tiny bit more muzzle flip. The only other thing to really talk about the gun is the looks, and that's very subjective. Everyone knows I tend to like more elegant looking guns, solid stainless steel, nice lines, etc. This gun is not that. It's definitely not elegant at all, but you know what? I like it. I actually find this gun very attractive. I know a lot of people don't care about that, but some of us do. And I do like the looks of this gun. It's all business. It looks like it's all business, and I like that. It has a certain beauty to it just because of the form following function on this gun. It makes it a rather attractive gun to me, so I actually like the looks of this gun. So in the end, I'm going to have to say, I really, really, really like this gun. This gun would make an excellent carry gun for anybody out there. It would also make an excellent duty gun for anybody out there that had this available to them for their work. So going to have to give this gun top marks. So is it a CHIC thing? Well, it is. If a CHIC thing means you want a gun that's reliable, accurate, easy to shoot, looks nice, has lots of different accessories and options for it, and is an all-around great gun, not only for work, but also for play.
Oops. Why don't you go ahead?
Step into the lady at 46 South Road. 46 South Road.
Station 1 call, retone that please. 10-4. Got the 4 to go to that location also. This is 1-9, is that correct?